we thank you for staying with us. You are watching KTN Prime. A very warm welcome back.
Now let's move on. Members of Parliament now want the Teachers Service Commission to stop the process of hiring teachers. They argue that the hiring formula used, which has left out teachers who graduated as far as 2006 while hiring their colleagues from later years, was discriminatory. They also stated that the number of teachers employed is far too small compared to the number of students they have to teach, and questioned the composition of the selection panel for the recruiting of the teachers.
You cannot now use our mandate as Parliament to allocate you money, and you allow your staff to do corruption and deny our people teachers.
If we want to decentralize recruitment, and we still live as a country, and we still believe that we would want to employ, we still complains of the locals, yet we want competitive recruitment, it will be a real problem.
Now, as Parliament decides what to do with not so qualified teachers, experts are warning of a trend that may be compromising learning already. Now, if you went to school in rural Kenya, you probably remember being taught in mother tongue, even when it came to subjects such as English. But is that long-running practice now putting rural schools at a disadvantage? KTN's Catherine Omondo takes a closer look.
Then
this is the only way pupils of a Kingili primary school will understand basic mathematics.
I teach in English, then I translate.
Teachers here work on the basis of an education policy that allows the use of local languages to teach pupils in the first 3 grades of primary school.
It's very important educationally to look at the environments children are coming from and to ensure that you lessen the gap, the learning experience between what they have started learning at home and school.
In some schools, teachers continue to teach well after the 3rd grade. According to education experts, the problem here is not whether children are taught in their local languages during their formative years, but rather how they're introduced to languages they would consider foreign, like English or Swahili. The argument is that the teachers who teach these languages most of the time don't even know how to speak these languages.
The fact that you begin learning in a mother tongue does not in any way disadvantage you. Actually, you're stronger.
These young ones will, for the better part of their lives, know that a letter L is Eru and a letter R is Ara. This is why Sarah advocates for the introduction of Kiswahili as an alternative examination language.
Since we have 2 languages that the Constitution gives the same weight, that is Kiswahili and English, must we? Is it that we have to be tied to English as the language, considering that it continues to keep away very many people?
According to Sarah, the curriculum that was revised in 2002 is the reason behind poor performance among pupils and students.
Example is not competency-based. It doesn't focus or uplift the important things that we need to do. It is not outcome-based. Perhaps it stresses too much on reading and drilling without looking at whether it is giving the children the attitudes and skills they need to succeed.
Instead of treating teaching in the local language as a peculiarity, specialists believe that it could be the first step to curing whatever ails the education system and possibly the key to education for all as stipulated by the Constitution. Catherine Omondo, KTN.